Oh, Creed, why am I on the shit list? Why are you checking it twice? Hope you guys are doing okay today. My throat feels like hamburger. I'm hoping that this should be fairly low effort and good stream, dude. Go live, goes live with the thing I wanted to watch. Well, I mean, just go live anyways. Think about it. In many ways, you'll be happy to know that I've received some karmic justice. They just really, I don't know what it is about this set, but they just, they really just put the instruction booklet just in there raw. So look at this shit. This is what my instruction booklet came out like. What the fuck is this? This is like mad messed up. I'm very unhappy about it. By comparison, all the rest of mine have been nice and flat. I don't know if like there was something about how I moved it or what, but I'm unsure if you're still bald. May have grown hair since last stream. Still bald, baby. The idea is that this is going to be hopefully just like a very quiet, saw some hair follicles, Pog. I don't mean to alarm. Damn, if you didn't want me to be here, you could have just said. What? Oh, you didn't have to put Frank on the screen? I thought it would be funny. I'm sorry, Dee. If you genuinely are uncomfortable by Frank, I will remove him. The whole idea of this is for comfort. I bought a trash compactor for my wife, or as Victoria's Secret calls it, of course that. Okay. Wow. A learn? I can't. What? What does Dee Dee have against Frank? Frank, hello, Mar. Dee Dee does not like horses. I think it's a really funny picture of Frank though, so it's fine with me. But this is supposed to be just like a relaxing kind of background stream thing, so we'll if you don't like it, Dee Dee, I can remove it. Also, did your blurp thing even, or is that kind of scary? Remember that episode of EastEnders or Coronation Street or whatever the fuck it was, when the old girl got kicked in the head? You absolute bellend. Sneaky, do you even know? Edie, did you turn your thing off of automatically playing? If I'm honest with you, I thought about that the other day. I was like, I should maybe turn those off from people automatically playing, just like in case. But I didn't know. No, I never remembered to do anything with Blurp. Did yours just not play, or was I just like not paying attention? Maybe it was when I was getting water. I don't know. Hopefully everything looks okay. This is a very scuffed setup for this. Lego, my ego. Oh, hell yeah. Let's see. Oh, the hair follicles thing. Yeah, by the way, I actually do have hair. It's just like not enough to actually be worth anything. But this is, I don't know where to put this damn instruction book. Over here, maybe? If it was flat, it would be okay. Also, those of you that weren't here right at the start, look at this fucking instruction book that I got. What is this? Why is it smashed? I'm not pleased. I'll try to do it from over here. Ah! You have to let me know how things look. If like any of the audio needs to go up, down, whatever. Or is instructions so we can follow along? Why'd you smash your instruction book, brother? I wish I was the one that smashed it, because then I would have an actual reasoning. But no, it looks like there's like 15 bags of Legos in the box. And so it just like got smashed because they threw this fucker in there with it. Hello, sex man. Hello, Shavrath. How many dollars is the average hair follicle worth? Not very many, to be fair. What am I doing here? I guess I could actually like just start building, you know? That would be something. You'll have to let me know if the sound of me grabbing things out of this bowl. Okay, also I'm dumping this bowl out. Look at how fucking cute this son of a bitch is. Sorry, I forgot I flipped my camera. Look at this, it's a little Winnie the Pooh bowl. My mom got me this. Look, it's got Winnie the Pooh around the outside. It's so cute. It's mound of meat yesterday. What? I found them. I love gravelly voice spirit. Unfortunately, the reasoning for gravelly voice spirit is not my favorite. It's actually because I'm getting sick, I'm pretty sure. What is this mound of meat yesterday narrative that's going on here? It's not really a narrative, but whatever. Oh, Winnie the Poohing in a hoodie. I gotcha. Well, I am wearing pants. You guys cannot really confirm or deny this, but I am in fact wearing pants. How hydrated are you? I've got water. Probably not hydrated enough if I'm being honest with you, but I'll try again. This is a scuffed ass Lego setup, dude. Okay. I'm gonna need some of these. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing all right. Oh, hi, Mar. Oh, hi, Mark. Me when I'm in the room. Am I right, guys? I need to move this over slightly. I think I didn't put my microphone in a good enough spot. One second. Hopefully it's not super loud and obnoxious when I move this over. It kind of looked like it was super loud and obnoxious when I moved it over, but hopefully it wasn't. Bro, this is such a scuffed setup. Anyways. Are you all doing well today? I hope this is the case. Hopefully the rain, Animal Crossing music in the background, and the sultry tones of my voice can put you to sleep or help you concentrate on whatever you've got going on today. I mean, I feel like it's probably pretty unlikely, but you know. The angle on the camera is actual dog. Look, so I had to flip it over. So the camera, if I were to go into here, property, transform. If I were to put this back, the way it's like supposed to be, is this better? What are you building? It's the Tranquil Garden. Oh, fuck. See, now I gotta flip shit over. Keep it however it works for you. I was just commenting. The box is too big. It's this. I think it's a really nice little set. I love Asian architecture. Hear me out, move the camera further back. I don't know if I can do that because there's a box here. So it's the Pink Frog set. It's not the Pink Frog set. Ah. This was put together very hastily like last night, so this is potentially the best you're getting. Legos, you say? Yeah, something like that. Hello, Lysel. How are you doing? Have you attempted to get banned from any Minecraft servers lately and or locked yourself in your room? And or gone bald? Why Mar gotta be different, be the only guy on YouTube? I don't know. Mar's giving me that sweet YouTube ad revenue is what I would say if I got any YouTube ad revenue. I need to move the instructions. I can't. Because I need to build like more out here, I think. I hate this stupid joke. No, I haven't. Hell yeah. That's what we're talking about. We love that for you. My young Lyseg is finally growing up. Maybe. I don't remember. Did you not care for Lyseg? I haven't talked to you in a while, man. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Oh, locking myself in my house. Oh, you know why I hate? You know what I hate? Locking myself in my house. I wasn't just in his house. I was in his room specifically. Welcome back from the hospital. I hope your bum is okay. Oh, I did get out of the Oh, what happened? If you're comfortable sharing anyways. What was going on? Hopefully nothing super unwell. Also, is the music a good volume? Is it too quiet, too loud? What are you guys feeling? Because I can just kind of sit here and do whatever. So it's really however you guys are feeling about the sounds, the soundscape. In many ways, my room is my house. I know that's right. Currently bedbound because all of my muscles and bones are giving up on me. Uh-oh, Mar, you're not even 30 yet. Hypertension and type 2 diabetes terrible? Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Well, Shabrath could be like your guy. He is well versed in the hospital, kind of. That's what I would say anyways if he was well versed in the hospital. They're like, I'm probably not going to finish this Lego set today, so the next time I'll try and do a little bit of a better job with the camera, because now it's like kind of bothering me, but I don't want to change it. The sound effect for hydrate was very loud. Are you just laying for 5 days straight? Damn, I've been there before, Lysel. I can commiserate with you. That shit is not fun at all. Hope the two of you get well soon. I hope so as well. They are too young to be feeling this way. Granted, you maybe shouldn't have to feel this way at any point in your life, but you know, as you get older, it's kind of just like a thing that happens more often, so it's just how it is. You think that notification is Creed going live? It is. I'm gonna shout him out quick. There's my shout out for Creed. If anybody's interested in watching some Claire obscure gameplay from a first time player, it's that is what he is doing right now. He's also very, very funny. I would recommend following him if you have not already. 8, 10, 12. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Brother, where's the Where's the 14th piece? I've only opened the one bag. Oh, it's still in. Look at that. It's still in the fucking bag. That's obnoxious. I have to at least make it to the release of Total War Warhammer 40k. I did see that you were super juiced about that. I was, me and my friends often do a like watch together thing of the Game Awards. Not because we're particularly excited about like the awards or anything like that, but just because it's, I don't know, it's a fun excuse for us to get together, pog off about games, joke around about the show being whack, stuff like that. So one of my other friends was very excited about that as well. It sounds really cool. Every time I see the Total War games, I'm like, hey, that looks like something that would be really fun. But I think I've tried to play Total War Warhammer, the Warhammer Fantasy one, and I couldn't get my head into the space of needing to learn that much at one time. So I just I didn't get into it a whole lot. I should probably consume matter. You might be right on that one. Shavarath, tell me about your enjoyment of 40k. Are you just like just naturally just like a big fan of 40k, or what's going on? I think 40k is very cool, but I've never like really interacted with much of the media for it. 6 of these little fence things. And these 2 things. Warhammer confuses the shit out of me. It's what's the confusing part, Mark? Oh shit, sorry. Hopefully my microphone didn't pick that up. It's just very very like hey, it's a really long time in the future, everything sucks, everything wants to kill us, but we have kept alive a man that we have referred to as a god for a long while, and he allows us to do crazy shit like travel the warp. Unfortunately for us, the warp has, wouldn't you know it, demons. And it's a very cool world, and a lot of other sci-fi media has been inspired by it, which is cool. For example, StarCraft. Did you know that StarCraft used to actually, it was originally going to be a Warhammer 40k game? That's why there's like a lot of similarities. Like the Terran in that game are very similar to obviously like Space Marines. The Zerg originally I think were supposed to be Tyranids, and the Protoss were supposed to be Eldar, I think. But I don't really remember. I think it's very cool though. It's been fairly influential overall. I love the story and the science in the books. I feel like I need to move this over slightly. Other way. Ah! Maybe that's a little bit better. And the entire storyline can be described as bad British dad doesn't inform sons. The Horus Heresy and all that, so on and so forth. I'm pretending like I know anything about the game. Or that, not just the game, I guess it's technically a game first, right? But it's more so like just the lore of it all. I thought it was one thing, then it turned out to be a lot of little things, and none of the little things were what I thought any of them would be. Warhammer is very big, Mara. There's no real good starting point. That's true. And it's not like, what are we building? We are building the tranquil garden, Sam. I hope you are doing well. Here, I'll try and show it again. But the box is slightly too big to be fully on screen, but this is what we're building. A foundation of trust, that's also true. But yeah, there's a lot of just really cool Warhammer stuff, I think. And the lore is very extensive. The only downside is the people that actually like own the IP are shitter big corpo kind of bullshit. But there's been some very cool media that comes out of it. Oftentimes the games and stuff are not super good. From what I've heard, I have not really played many of them. And by many of them, I mean like any of them, but well, these are supposed to be upside down. That's interesting. I'm freezing. Our furnace is Bork. Oh geez, that's a very bad time for it to be Bork. Hopefully it's not as cold for you as it is for us. I guess technically our temperatures are going up today. This is like the warmest it's been in like 2 weeks. But that means it's getting up to like 40 Celsius or 40 Fahrenheit, not 40 Celsius. Which I think would be like somewhere between 5 to 10 Celsius, something like that. If my quick math is correct, which is very likely that it's not. We bricking up today? Oh, Will, you know I'm always bricked up. I'm trying to be like, I'm sick, so I'm kind of trying to be just like very... I don't know. I thought I'd try something a little bit different and just be like a bit of a calming background kind of stream today. I don't know for sure if it's gonna work, but it is what I'm going for anyways, I guess. I hope you are doing well, Will. Buddy, you sound like you need at least tea. Well, joke's on you, May. I actually don't own any tea, I think. What the hell? I'm supposed to put these together, two of these together, and then put them in this fucking pot? What? Just have them loose leaf just in there? Doesn't seem right. But I guess. We have -3 today. Oh, hell yeah. That's what we like. Well, it's actually the opposite of what we like to hear, but hope it gets fixed quick, because that shit can be, I mean, like, no lie, it can be deadly. Oops, I'm doing this the wrong way. Especially during winter, especially in like Canada. It's very amusing to me, and I know it maybe shouldn't be like that amusing to me, but you know how a while ago, I think it was maybe last year, Texas is like it got a little too cold and their power grid failed, and everybody was like losing their mind. Obviously it's because they don't have the infrastructure to deal with it, but it was very interesting to me, just because like around here, obviously we just are like, okay, well, it's really fucking cold, time to get some blankets. And my friend who lived in Texas at the time, even though he was from Minnesota, he just like didn't have any blankets at his house. It's kind of interesting, but I don't like how this stuff just sits in here. It kind of makes me nervous, if I'm being honest. Does that look right? My energy is above baseline, meaning cranky meter is low. I have aggressive silver linings vision right now. Oh, hell yeah. We love that for you, Will. Do I need to change the think I need to change the focus, actually. 1 second. Hopefully that's okay. I for my body is a warming pillow. On my way to caress those sweet nips. Oh hell yeah, go off Shavrath. Oh Shavrath, I never got around to actually like finishing asking you what I was going to. What's your like, do you actually play 40k? Or do you just like enjoy the lore? And either way, what's your go-to faction? Just for lore or for playing. I need to grab a small bag. I'll be right back. We have our little extras bag for all of our little extras that they give us. My rug is moving around because I'm like right at the edge of it and I don't like it. I wish it would not do this. But really it's not that big of a deal. Let's put this over here for now. Now to open bag 2. Hopefully this part isn't super loud. Maybe you guys like the sound of like the crinkly bags. Oh, Big Cousin, thank you for the resubscription. You have transmitted your illness to me via the internet and via TFT. So thanks for that, asshole. Sorry, it's a little toxic. This is a low toxicity, low, I don't know, whatever stream. My rug is moving around more than I want it to, and it's kind of bothering me. Oh no, yeah. Do not have money to play 40k or the social skills. I just enjoy the backstory. Fair enough. I have the time, just none of the energy. That's I'll probably lack the time too. Yeah. I mean, lacking time and energy is probably a very similar thing, right? Where if you have more energy, you probably have the ability to make more time in your day for things like that, but I don't know. Oh no, low everything. That might be true. But it's any concatenation. It makes you sound sultry. That was the goal, or that was the hope anyways. Concatenation, probably not the word I would have used for it, but I think you were probably going for consolation. Also, Aditi, I wanted to ask, are you crocheting today? Constellation? Nice. You got this? Oh, thank you, Fickle Snowflake. I appreciate it. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well today. At least, ideally, more weller than I am. Which I like. I don't feel that bad. It's just my throat hurts. And obviously it's very scratchy, so we'll see how that all pans out. I'm sure that means like tomorrow is going to be absolute hell, but because I was kind of feeling it last night as well, but we'll see. Haven't trolled anyone, feeling terrible. Oh no, you hate to hear it. It's okay, I'll allow you to troll me. I don't mind. If it's any constipation, do you? Oh. I was going to ask you what you thought of the Daily Marm, but that is too high energy for this sopping stream. Is sopping the right word there? I don't know if sopping is really the correct word. As a correlation, you do sound sultry. Thank you. Yes, I'm finishing up that doll blanket. I think it's gonna turn, or it's going to run out of yarn before it's finished though, unfortunately. Uh-oh. How big are you making it? I don't know, because from last I saw, the first picture was like very, very small. But then the second picture looked like it was quite a bit more. But I don't know what size it's gonna be in the end. 1, 2. I need a third long boy. Any long boys? I found my long boy. Why are you making blankets for dolls? Dolls can get cold. Or she's making a blanket for herself because she is a doll. Doll in like the an endearing way, not like literally like a physical doll that like a child would play with. Though she is very good with kids, so I mean, maybe that description also works. But she is a living animated object, so maybe it doesn't work so well. I was one troll Legos. Sir, that's the wrong piece. Oh fuck, he's gotten me. I don't know. I'm just giving you permission. I don't know how to do it, but if you can figure out a way, by all means. Sorry, I thought my camera just flickered for a minute. Piece in here, yeah. Let's see. No, I just thought it'd be funny. All right, fair enough. Sopping is a very funny word because she practices voodoo in her spare time. Obviously, she has a sand doll that she's going to warm. Oh, that makes sense actually. Is that actual meta by Will? Isn't Will most of the time meta? Because they're quick and good practice. I'm just trying to get back in the habit of making things. Oh, look, Mr. Smooth Talker. Yeah, something like that. Wait, can this be the reason instead? I'd like to warm Sam. We would all like to warm Sam with our energy. Also with our physical bodies, but I'm not, well, I don't think any of us are really in a position to do that. And by position, I mean like a literal position in space to do that, or like the physical location. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't need to massively over explain this. This is why I don't lie. I'm good at it. Holy shit. We warming me front and back. Oh my. Was put Ari under a blanket and she stayed. Why are you not also under the blanket? Yeah, actual doll blankets. Fair enough. I'd like to keep all my warmth to myself. Oh yeah, I forgot Mar is very much an anti-toucher, which also is like kind of a crazy statement to say. But you know, you get the idea. Hugging Lady of Lava is just an advanced form of drowning. That might be. Well, Spear got kind of nice nails though. I don't know what you mean. I haven't even done anything with them recently. They're like actually not particularly well kept right now. Also, it's probably because I never do anything, so they never get like dirty. What the fuck? I have to put 100. Oh, this is gonna suck. So I have to do 18 of these little windows. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This is going to be kind of obnoxious. I've never like done this kind of a thing before. How do these really go in here? Okay. This is... How am I supposed to... Am I dumb? I might be dumb. Do I have to put them in from the side because they're rounded on the sides? No? Okay. Anti-toucher is going on my resume. Fair. You got them shits did before stream? Bro, I wish. I know how to swim. Sorry, I was stun locked for a moment thinking about the implications of that message. Breaststroke, am I right? Okay, +2 Shavarath. It's a pretty good one. Yeah, I hated that, but I think that's just what I'm supposed to do. It feels like I'm breaking the pieces. Like they're not supposed to be this way. Have you tried putting it in orthogonally? I'm gonna put my dick in your mouth orthogonally. I regret saying that. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be a comfort stream. I appreciate the attempted help. Marvin. So Spirit, you said something about the blanket and I totally missed it. Might just end up a square and I do not like square blankets. I'll say it. Square blankets are for the birds. I am not a square human being, so why would I want a square blanket? I think I had asked how big it was going to be in the end, because it's gotten much larger in size since last I saw it, or the first time I saw it to the second time I saw it. So I wasn't sure how big it was going to be, really. Huh? What are we hawing? Imagine one of us does a stream of us putting together an IKEA project while playing Frank Ocean's Endless at the same time. This is me being super meta in an incredibly vague way unless you get the reference. I'm aware of IKEA. I'm aware of Frank Ocean. I'm not aware of the specific song and I'm not aware of the reference, but I'll give it a +2 just so I can feel like I'm in the loop. Anyways, that is comforting for a lot of the people in your chat. Not for me, however. Me putting my dick in their mouth is comforting for a lot of people in chat. I think your definition of a lot of people is maybe different than mine is. Are you talking about the Endless IKEA SCP? Yo, I have read that one actually. That's this is an E rectangle. Will, I don't know if you're aware of this, but rectangles are actually, or E's are actually like kind of circular in nature. Not very rectangular. I guess a capital E could be considered rectangular. So maybe I'm the one that's in the wrong here. You think Didi got my my question the second time, or are we gonna have to ask a third time? Sorry, that's like it was not intended to be like toxic, but it felt like it ended up being like kind of toxic, like a hey Didi pay attention to me kind of thing, which is not what my original intent is. And now we just gotta put all these fucking dudes in here. Me when I've gotta me when I gotta fill my quota of prisoners arrested so that I can keep the prison slavery system up and running for our corporate capitalist overlords. Chat, is this anything? It's a little wider than my keyboard and currently about 1 inch shorter than it. Yeah, but what's it gonna be in the end? What's like the end goal size? Capital E is just a weathered concrete block. You know, you kind of got me there. In the end, though, Mar, are we not all just like weathered concrete blocks? With just life as a whole being that which is weathering us down? Sorry, is that too real for this kind of a stream? Anyone else felt weathered down by life lately? Or just me? I mean, most of us are millennials, so that kind of makes sense for us to all be weathered down by life in some point. Me when I'm on the internet, ha ha ha, I'm a millennial. I thought we were only supposed to have one life-altering financial recession or whatever, right guys? Anybody? Any other millennials on online forums trying to be the victim? There's a word for that. I don't remember what it is. IDK, it'll be whatever it is when I run out of yarn. Oh, okay. Yeah, you got me there actually. You did say that you were going to run out of yarn before it got like fully finished. -2, fair enough. You sure that's the way they're supposed to go in? Well, there's only one way they can go in. So yeah. Endless is the album he released as the final album under a label he left. The label was demanding he put out a project, so the album is only on like iTunes and visual. He's building an art project while it plays. A spiral staircase leading nowhere inside some undisclosed warehouse. That's kind of a vibe. This is good. This is good lore for me, Will. Did he make this man a blanket and ship it to him? I asked her the other day about crocheting me an octopus, and I would pay her whatever she wanted for it. But Dee Dee is the kind of person that is uncomfy when it comes to making people pay for the actual amount of effort she puts into things. And I would like to pay her for the actual amount of effort it takes her for things. Does this make me a bad person? Perhaps. Is it going to stop me from paying Dee Dee what she's worth? Nope. Paying what she's worth kind of sounds a little crazy, actually. It sounds like I'm comparing Dee Dee to a woman of the night, which is not what my intent was. Did the exhibit meme by putting a meta inside a meta? Yo, dog. I always forget that until somebody mentions it. A bit too specific meta, I think, Will. That's a character I built here. He has built a character of being like very, very like specific in his meta references. This is known. It's particularly well known to me because I never understand what the fuck he's talking about. But also half the time he's talking about like subjects that I wouldn't know anything about in the first place. So, I mean, you know how it is. Actually, maybe you don't know how it is. I don't know. I don't know how knowledgeable the people are. Imagine wanting to be paid for your work instead of simply wanting to give people your art for free because it's your passion. Well, that's the problem, is that she does want to give her art out for free. It's... No, I didn't even look at what... If these are what I'm supposed to be putting on. I just like started putting them on. I need to flip this over. Yeah, so that's part of the problem though, is that she wants to give it away for free to like kids and people that would actually need it, which is a very noble goal. Unfortunately, we live in a non-idealistic society. We are not living in Star Trek, unfortunately. In Star Trek, it's not want that has been eliminated from society, right? It's not poverty. It's like the lack of resources. There's a word for it that they use. I don't remember what it is. Basically meaning that everybody's basic needs are met by default so that you're allowed to work on whatever your passions are. And that sounds like it would be great. And I get a little sobered every time I watch Star Trek because of it. Couldn't be me. Yeah, kind of based more. My favorite part about Spirit streams is no matter what he's talking about, at some point he digs himself a hole. Yeah. I think most of the time, the holes are also of my own doing in that, like nobody else brought up the calling Dee Dee a lady of the night, a woman of the night, except for me. So I really have like nobody to blame except for myself in this regard. And I could have just like not said anything and it likely would have been fine. But that's not what happened because your boy is not bright. So, but if I was bright, you guys might not come to my streams. I've got a very... Oh, I fucking knew that these were supposed to go in the corner. I'm so smart. I just got done saying that I wasn't that bright, but... If I, woman, is giving it away for... You know what? Maybe I'm not going to finish this sentence. If a woman's giving it away for free, it means she's in love with you, Shavarath. That's the... I guess love is a form of payment, but it doesn't feel like a payment. This is how you could have recovered from this. This is I am known for being somebody that one digs themselves holes, but also has the knowledge to both dig deeper and the knowledge to dig themselves out of the hole. However, I lack the wisdom to actually proceed with that action to dig myself out of the hole, and instead I just take the action that digs me deeper. I lack the wisdom to stop digging. Joke received nearsighted utopian goals. Has anyone watched the show Pluribus? I have. I've wanted to. I have not actually gotten around to it. But I would really like to. I don't have Apple TV, which turns out makes it tough to, can you connect? Thank you. Makes it tough to actually watch. Not like that tough or too tough to actually, you know, just do. But I'm sure I could find it somewhere. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But I would like to. And there we go, lads. We've done it. The first building is complete. Hell yeah. I really, if honestly, well, not for the amount I paid for it, but if the whole building was, or the whole thing was like just this building, I love this. This is so cool. I'll put that off to the side. And then grab my little bag and put these extra pieces in it. Just blame it on referential circumstance. That could be. If you were bright, I wouldn't be here at all because I would simply feel inadequate. Nobody should feel inadequate next to me. Why is Mar over on YouTube and not here with us? I don't know. I saw an episode last night. Shit was depressing as fuck. I got to watch a woman slowly lose all hope. I get to see women lose all hope after I smooth talk them into exchanging photos and then they see me for the first time. It's very exciting. Sorry, maybe that's too real. Am I being too real? By too real, I mean not real. I'm gonna get slaughtered by the people like Sam and Kumu. the women are gonna be like, fuck off, buddy. Don't say stupid shit like that. I'm gonna be like, okay, fair enough. Maybe I shouldn't. It's just like when they think about what it would be like to date me. Well, okay. Well, Shavroth, maybe I could have just like read about one line farther and been like, oh yeah, somebody already made this joke. Maybe I don't need to actually make this same joke, but I did anyways, I guess. Funny you say that considering the finer details of the episode. I'm resisting the urge to expand your joke, Shav. Yep. I'm not a woman, so I wouldn't know. Well, when was the last time you checked? Okay, so now we're doing the entirety of the base. In this other, or the base stuff is in this other bag. Here's our base pieces. I need two of these big boys. Me at the gay orgy. Need two of these. Need two. Oh, this is just all the pieces that are in there. Okay. Mar, why you YouTube? I don't mean to alarm you guys, but I have this vibe, right? That if Mar has not answered the question already after it's been asked about 4 times, he may not answer it. Or maybe I'm baiting him into answering it. I don't know. So I need one that's 10 past this. This is only 6, so I need the slightly larger one. Okay. Move these over here. Oops. It's in the bag. Or in the glass. I mean, if we're being real, Hope's dead over here. I can't be convinced I won't die alone. That's dark, though. Someone lighten the mood with a dick joke. Will, you'll be alone, but you'll always have your dick. It's not really a joke, but it's just kind of a statement. But we may all end up alone. Humans being social creatures, but also humans being maybe like the creatures you want to interact with the least. Sometimes you lose your faith in the human race, and it's a modern tragedy when that happens. It would be nice if people could just be... Oh, it was called a post-want society. No, that's what I said the first time. Why does that still feel right? I don't know. Human beings, maybe some of the worst beings. But, you know, sometimes maybe not always the worst beings. But, you know, a lot of the times, yeah. Trying to think of a dick joke. Answering would require sufficient mental capacity. Yo, you started so early and you're Legoing? Yeah, and I'm sick. Hello, Sive. I hope you were doing well. So we're doing a very, like, cozy stream today. I've got jokes, but I'm trying to think of something not offensive enough. Alright, fair enough. We lost the plot. Community is still necessary. That's true. Fuck it. Alright, go for it. Hit me with it, buddy. What is... And you just need one of these little green dots. When amputees do karate, they call it partial arts. I'm not laughing at it. I would never. Did you hear Mewtwo King said Ricky is the best air rider? Thoughts? First off, his name is Rick, not Ricky. Never call him Ricky again. Ricky is another animal that has a special place in my heart, but he is not Rick. So get your head out of your ass and pay attention. Also, I saw Silent Fox showed his stats one time, and I was like, you know what? This dude does look kind of fucking busted. Like, cause he's all in on HP, top speed, and offense, I think maybe. There was one other stat, I think, but he looked very good. I thought, anyways. I still want to one day get that game and play it, but maybe not for a while. Wait, didn't I get the... Oh, I missed this one piece. I feel like that'd be rather impartial. Alright, listen here, bud. Is this an amputee joke? Also, one thing that Lego does really, really nicely that's really cool. I'll show you guys this here in a second. It's just like a building technique that is really cool. And you guys might not think this is as cool as me. So obviously this yellow piece, right? It's not going to fit in anywhere with any of like the normal colors of the set. But what they use this for, as you can see in the instructions here, goes right here. They use it for, and they make them bright colors. It was the same with that red piece that was in the roof, remember? They use them for like these spacing pieces so that you can see how far away certain things are supposed to be. So because I put this yellow piece in here, that's how I know where to put this piece. It's just really cool. It's something that I think there's a lot of things that make Lego great, but I think that's like genuinely an overlooked one, how they make their instructions, because they make it fairly simple to follow in for most people. It's always interesting to me because my mom, she is like, I cannot build Lego sets, they're too difficult for me, which is like a very interesting conundrum, because it simply doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, because they're not like particularly difficult to make, right? And my mom's not dumb. It's just interesting how different people's brains work on stuff like that, right? How someone can think something is so easy and then someone else is like, no, I like actually can't do that at all. It's just very cool. In many ways, all jokes are amputee jokes. If you don't have an arm to fall back on. All right, Mar. +2. I haven't forgiven Lego for discontinuing Bionicles. Bionicles were pretty cool. My cousin was very into Bionicles. Not that I like wasn't into Bionicles. I owned quite a few, but it just was not, you know, for him it was like his thing, but for me it was always Lego was my thing instead of Bionicle. But Bionicles were very cool. They I think they were a bit ahead of their time. I grabbed okay, how many of these same pieces do I have? Give me the one that's, how did I grab all of the wrong ones? Hello? Am I mentally unwell? Oh, they're in the other bag. Why would they not put them together? I was like, do I only have these pieces, but it's because they're from the other bag, which is really annoying. Bionicle video game gang, Mar +3. Bionicles were crack. What about connects though, anyone? I did have some connects. I didn't have enough of them for me to feel like I got the full effect, but the ones that I did have, I was like, you know what? These are kind of sick. So I'll give it to you. Connects were, I think they were underrated. Where else are the pieces? Oh, wait. No, that is the right spot. Yeah, I don't think it probably really matters, but putting this 3 here and this 6 here. Hey, Spirit, those are the wrong pieces. You know, Mar, you did get me. You got me on that one. Frank is Pokemon coded. A little photogenic ass. He's like a mega goofball. He's so weird. Last summer when I was building my house, no, it wasn't last summer. It was 2 summers ago when I was building my house. My sister absolutely loves Frank. I mean, to be fair, who doesn't love Frank? Aside from Dee Dee, I guess, but Frank is a good lad. And my sister was like, oh no, this is the wrong piece. Sorry, I shouldn't use my fingernails. I have they've given me the tools for this. My sister was going to give him a bath, but this fucking trolley ass horse was like, okay, I'll allow you to give me a bath. So my sister gets all of this stuff ready. She gets this big bucket of warm water, soap, a brush, stuff like that, and went out there on a 4-wheeler to go hang out with him, right? And this dude, this little shithead of a horse, was like, okay, I will allow this. And the instant she got off the 4-wheeler, he's like, psych, bitch, gotcha. And then he'd just run away from her. And so then he'd go stand somewhere else, and then she'd be like, okay, well, fine, I'll go over there. So then the instant she walked over there to go get him, he would run back and start drinking the water that she brought to wash him with. It didn't have any soap in it at that point, but and so then she'd be like, what the hell are you doing? So then she'd run back there to try and get to the water before he drank all of it. Just for this dude to then be like, actually, I'm gonna run away again. And then he'd run away again. Trolley ass horse. And he just did that until all the water was gone. I don't think he drank all the water. I think at one point he just knocked it over, but wait, Dee Dee doesn't like Frank? Is this true? It's not Frank, it's his species. Horses are big, scary. Spirit volunteers to clean the horse willies. I do not. Those suckers are unwieldy. They are, I think the people that draw porn online of, this is a crazy way to start this. People that draw suspect images of horse wang online, I don't know if they've ever really seen one in real person, because they are, or maybe this is more so the people that are attracted to them. They don't really understand them, I don't think. I think they're more of something that you should see with fear rather than attraction. But maybe that's just my 2 cents on something that I don't understand. I'm not here to yuck anyone's yum, but also that would kill you. There was a man actually not that long ago who was like, okay, why is my mom calling me? She heard me talk about horse dick. I'll be right back. 1 second. Hello. That was my mom calling to tell me that she's home early because she is sick, which is just great. We love being sick, and by we love being sick, I mean I absolutely do not love being sick. Sorry, what was speciest? They're dogs that can be ridden places. I was about to take my iPad with me with full confidence that I'd be fine. Then he started talking about horse porn. Nope, horse hog is genuinely scary as fuck. It's true. Know the guy that got fucked to death by a horse and abandoned outside of a hospital was like early 2000s, and he was called Mr. Hands. He either worked for Google or Boeing or something, I can't remember. Who worked for Google in the early 2000s? Probably a bunch of rich people now. Horses are just incredibly powerful, so are most animals. Will literally took the words right out of my mouth. Why did you get everyone sick? My mom has been sick longer than I have, apparently. So really, I think it was her that got me sick. But horses are, it's interesting to me. Like, I can logically understand people being afraid of horses, right? But it's very weird to me because as somebody that's always grown up like being around horses, it's very weird to imagine people being like deathly afraid of them, especially a horse like Frank, who's just like, Frank is just like a dumbass, like straight up. He would never like intentionally hurt anyone, and he's just dumb. Also, horses are genuinely, I mean, I know technically they're animals and are inherently unpredictable, but it's really not very difficult to know how to act around horses. You kind of just like, similar to most animals, just like don't startle them. Like don't walk up behind them, stuff like that. Hey, Kumu is live, by the way. Let me shout out Kumu real quick. I just checked you worked as an engineer for Boeing. Nice. One of my exes had a scar from a horse when he worked medieval times. God damn, Sam, I didn't realize you were that old. Sorry, I think that might be a little toxic. Not deathly afraid. Horses are spiteful bastards. We had this one horse. I say we, like I was part of owning this horse, but I just knew him from when I was a kid. My mom actually got this horse in, I should turn this so that you guys can see it a bit better. She got this horse in, well, actually I'm gonna do it this way. So I can follow the instructions a little easier. She got this horse in high school. Actually, the only reason she had the horse is because her dad was like, you can't get a horse because you're not going to take care of it. And so she had to prove him wrong. So she never went to prom because she had this horse that she had to take care of. And that horse, his name was Kirkhoven, and he was great. Horses, very similar to dogs and like I guess a lot of other animals, have just like really big personality sometimes. So this dude was like the most like, I'm an old man out of like any wild animal. I guess he wasn't technically a wild animal I've ever met. Dude he was just like an angry little shit, but he was like one of those old grandpas that is like oddly good with kids. Like everybody's like, this dude is a fucking asshole, but then the instant there's like a kid around, he turns into like the most loving guy you can imagine. Spirit, I swear, LL, but I do feel that old. Sometimes it just is that way, unfortunately. But I guess long story short, one time, he was very moody, because he thought he was some king shit, which, to be fair, he kind of was. And so my mom was, I don't remember what exactly she was doing, but it was something innocuous that this horse should not have cared about at all. But he was like, "You have dealt me a scathing blow, woman." So he decided that his best course of action, which I will say was probably not his best course of action, was to just haul off and just full on bite her in the boob. Like, she had a massive boob scar for a long time. I think I was not born yet, but she told me it like hurt real bad. So in an act of defiance, she was like, "Nah, you son of a bitch." So right after he did it, he was feeling like hot shit. And she was like, "Oh no, we ain't done yet." And she grabbed his head and just bit his fucking nose. Like really hard. She drew blood, and he was like, "Oh," I think she earned his respect, because he never did it again. Never bit her again. But it's always just like a very funny story of like, kind of remembering, oh yeah, humans are actually just like animals. Which is very amusing to me. How do I... So I need to put this piece in first. Imagine being moody. Good old horses. Boobs are scary, you know? Look like googly eyes. I don't think my mom was like naked. I think she was just like happened to be there. And she's not like, I mean, this is a really weird statement. It's not like she is a flat-chested woman. So it's, those things are just like they just kind of exist out there. And that horse saw an opportunity and he took it. Should he have? Absolutely not. His nose did not feel great after that interaction, I am sure. But he was always very sweet to me and my sister. Like, there was times when my mom was like cleaning the barn and I'd go out and just like hang out with her. And he would just like let me just lay on his back. And he just stood there. He didn't do anything because he was like, "This is a child. This is not something that I can upset." He was a very good boy in that aspect. So that was cool. I really liked him. I don't know, Sam, could you show me? Shavrat's a visual learner. On a certain site for a fee. Those things. Yeah. Sandwich acquired? Hell yeah, Mar. It's literally because you're a kid. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Tend to love kids up to a point. I was, since my mom had owned a horse for so long, and because my dad had lived with her who had owned a horse now for that long, she made sure me and my sister were very respectful of our horses, and also generally because my dad and my mom both really love like nature stuff, they made sure we were incredibly respectful of animals, which has been very helpful just like overall for me. Oh fuck, I have to open this. What the? Release the horse trot logs. Jesus Christ. One thing that they never tell you about horses, though, You know how, and I don't, this is probably like a less than ideal topic to bring up during a stream like this, but I'm gonna bring it up anyways just because I'm kind of just like chatting. Have you ever considered, you know, when other animals die, right? Like another pet, they're usually not that big and they can be physically moved. Have you ever considered what it's like when your pet horse passes away? It's you cannot physically move those suckers. And when they're a pet, you can't just be like, okay, get this fucking body out of here. It's so it's like a very, maybe very traumatic is like not quite the right word, but my mom obviously did not like it. The thing that they had to do when Kirk died, and other horses as well. Well, actually it's just been the 2 horses, I guess, that have died in my lifetime. One of them, her other horse, Jack, he just waited for her to leave that day, and then he silently passed away in his stall. But Kirk was not. He was one of those where they're in pain, so you've got to put them down. But obviously with a horse, you kind of want to do that in a place that's helpful. So we had a grave dug into the ground, where, because we basically have a pet burial ground, a pet cemetery, some would say, in the woods between my house and my parents' house. So they had gotten somebody to dig a very large hole, and then they got to lead him with the lead down into the hole and then give him the shot. And that sounds like maybe the most horrible shit I can imagine. Like with a pet. That sounds, dare I say, god awful. So I'm glad I could bring that up while we're here having a nice vibey time. Let me just bring up pet death. Yeah, good job there, bud. That's a wonderful choice. Probably shouldn't have done that. That was unwise. Yeah, I don't think I want to literally lead an animal into its grave. Yeah, that's I don't think it was particularly fun for anyone involved. Which, if it was fun, I think that would be a little concerning. But neither of my parents enjoyed doing it. And my mom was a mess, so unfortunately my dad is always the one that gets stuck doing that kind of thing. And my dad is very much like one of those guys that's like, oh yeah, I don't care about animals. I'm like a big strong man. But he does it like as a meme, because he is not like that. He's just like a gigantic mush of a human being, and I love him for that. Oh, see how this lined up? See this, there's the yellow piece under here? It lined up exactly so that you know where this piece is supposed to end at, so you get the right length. Oh, that's so cool, dude. It's so, I don't know if it's actually that cool. It's maybe like, you guys are like, okay, buddy, that's maybe actually lame as fuck. But I think it's really cool. Random word association, animals as leaders. In many ways, we've got a fucking animal as a leader right now. A fucking vulture and a... Yeah, maybe I shouldn't get into politics immediately after talking about animal death. Maybe I should just like chill out for a moment. But you know, what can you do? Oh, well, I can tell you what I could do. I could stop talking about animal death and politics, I guess. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Somebody's going to be like, I have different political beliefs than you, and I'm going to be like, okay. And then war. Oh, okay, this part is going to be a little tough. So I need to turn this way so I can actually tell where things are going. This part I think is going to be, I mean, it's going to be a little annoying, but kind of fun. So I need 9 of these. 15 of those. Get out of here. Oops, shit, sorry. Hit my microphone again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I need 2 fish. I need the orange fish specifically. And I need 9 of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Politics? I don't have a politics thing. It's a lot of guys. We love and dote hard AF. It's pretty true. Part of the reason some dudes don't want a pet. It's one of those things where I'm like, why is my audio like stuttering? I think it's very worth it to have pets. I think they offer enough benefit to my life that it's worth it, but it's never going to make it easier when they go. Oh yeah, you never heard the joke that the reason men die early is because they're never allowed to admit they like puppies? That might be true. It's unspoken law though. That's also true. Wrong chat, Mar. That's also true. Watch kittens all day because I'm allergic. Oh, that actually does suck, Will. I'm so happy that I'm not. Like a fourth of them are assholes. I think cats get like a little bit of a bad rap because they've got like a different standard of what's acceptable when it comes to interacting with them than dogs, and people just tend to treat them like dogs. And you can't do that with every cat. Some cats it's fine. But then when cats react like cats, then people are like, what the fuck? And it's really something. 6, 7, so that should be 15, I think. And there's the 5 of these ones and 2 of the fish. Okay, so that should be all I need for this part. What is this for? I don't know. It's fine being an asshole. People are assholes too. They usually know better. Yeah, and I'm not like saying that you're like treating these cats incorrectly or anything like that. I guess I don't know if you like really meant that you like when you say you watch them. I don't know if that meant like in YouTube videos or like actually watch them, but I'm not saying that you like are doing the wrong thing. It's just that I think they get a bad rap sometimes for that, from people that like shouldn't be like that with them. Because I think for the most part, cats are like kind of great. They're just not obviously the same as dogs. And so they must be treated slightly differently. I say that, but then also I'm the kind of person to be like, nah, my cat has no personal boundaries, and I'm gonna make sure that they know it. Which is maybe like a fucked up thing to do, but also my cat turned out fine, so keep going downstairs randomly. I don't know why. Then I remember it's because I used to go downstairs. Oh no, Mar, no. Oh, on video. Gotcha, fair enough. Can you? I love kittens though. I would, the fact that I don't have a job is preventing me from getting another cat, because I think Leonard would appreciate a friend, because I can't obviously be there the whole time to just like constantly pay attention to her as much as she would love that. It's just not something that I can do, especially if I go back to working, right? Never around them. They love breaching my boundaries because allergic people simulate cat energy. It's a game to them. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. I need to... Is that too loud, or is that, or lied? Is that too loud, or is that okay? Lenny needs a chicle. Also something to consider. Well, it's, I don't know if it's really something to consider, and it's probably something you've considered already. I think allergies, like cat allergies, they're just like always kind of there, but I think you can minimize them by like forcing yourself to be around cats. Because like if I shove my face into Leonard, right, I still get like the runny eyes, nose, stuff like that, but it's not nearly as bad. And I think it's because I've lived around cats my entire life, but I'm also not a medical professional, so that might just be like medically wrong. I don't know, but kind of almost loud, I guess. Will, with all due respect, that is maybe the least helpful way you could have described that. I need to put on socks. These slippers are annoying. The thing about slippers, right, is that I get my feet get sweaty. I'm sure this is going to either excite you or disgust you. So I would like to apologize before that, but my feet get sweaty because I just like get too warm. And so I can't wear slippers for too long. There are 15 of these. Six. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wait. These are all supposed to be the same color, right? If these are supposed to be two different, there's no way, right? No, they list them all as the same color. Okay, it's fine. What are you even building? this. Imagine it depends. Yeah, it probably does depend. That's kind of almost informative, I guess. Yeah, okay. Plus 2 more. Everyone's feet get sweaty. I feel like mine get more sweaty than the average person. Because it's like my feet think of slippers and they're like, ah, fuck. Turn on the faucet. So, I don't know. Can't wear them for that long. Japanese beautification project? Kind of true. A little bit anyways. This is kind of weird. I feel like I'm gonna mess this up because it's a little hard to tell where everything's supposed to go. Maybe I should put the fish in first so I can like go off of where the fish is to figure out where things go, or just like line by line. But who wants to go line by line? That sounds boring. Your feet think? No, I think for my feet. It's like I'm the Lorax for my own feet. What the fuck am I saying? I gotta be tryharding to have sweaty foot. Sweaty torso is more of an issue. I'm just like sweaty just in general. My back gets sweaty right away. Right under my tits gets sweaty all the time. It is how it is. The life of someone who has like this suspicion that they maybe had heat stroke when they were a kid, but their parents are like, brother, I think we would know if you had heat stroke when we were a kid, or when I was a kid. I'm like, there's only one explanation, and it's heat stroke. And I'm saying this as somebody that, once again, is not a medical professional. So, I mean, my parents are probably right. I think they would likely know if I had heat stroke. But, you know, you never know. Mars here, they're alive. Mars is alive. Or do you think humanity is going to invent clothes that don't feel super fucking uncomfortable when you're sweaty? Well, I think that's part of just like being sweaty is being uncomfortable. But there are some that are probably better than others. Like, like breathable material, like jerseys and stuff, I think tend to be pretty decent when it comes to that kind of thing. Obviously I don't know that for sure, but you know. Five. And there's 20 of those. I was a fainty kid. I'm a fainty adult too. All right, fair enough. I don't think I've ever like fainted from things, but I had heat stroke as a kid and almost died. The hell, Mar. But also I'm in Illinois, which is hell light for 6 to 9 months a year. It's okay, I live in Minnesota, I understand. I ran out of yarn and I need one more row to finish the pattern repeat. Oh, no, you need one more row and you're out of yarn. Oh, that sucks, Dee Dee. I'm sorry. That actually sounds really fucking annoying. Wait, what do I need? 5 of the ones. I imagine with yarn, it's really tough to tell how much you can really, or how much you have remaining. Orange fish and white fish. So that's kind of sucky. I imagine it's tough to try and figure out I'll like even try and guesstimate it. If you're wondering, yes, I am starting next to the flower, so I can kind of get my center bearing right. Sorry, I was just kind of looking at my camera, seeing if I could adjust anything. Hold on, I'll unravel a bit, just use my soul. It's big yarn at work. They make sold just big enough, make spools just big enough to almost let you finish. That always reminds me of a joke in Futurama where they're like, oh, IKEA. Those Swedes really know how to just put almost everything you need in the box. And it's always amused me. If I have the label, I can do the math, but this one was unlabeled. I can check the box to see if there's another. I don't think there is. Yeah, I guess there's probably ways. I'm just thinking more of like a you can't eyeball it kind of thing. You think the Daily Mar would ruin the chill vibe of the stream? No, probably not. If you want to post it, I can listen to it. Big Yarn is edging our Danny. Must be nice. Well, we're on the same page here. It's a crazy way to say that. Maybe I shouldn't have said it, but you know, here we are. +2 reference of a +2 joke. Futurama should be rewatched. Yeah, I should probably just I don't think I've actually sat down and watched like all of the episodes before, so I should maybe do that at some point. I've watched like a lot of the episodes from just like just watching it, I guess. I don't know if I've ever, I mean, maybe I've seen all of them at one point or another, but how would I even know? Already posted it. You said it's the one you said was very, very good. Okay, 1 second. I will put it on then. Mar, do you want me to do the one that you did yesterday that I said was very, very good, or the new one that you posted today? And I made myself a drink. My mother said your song was amazables. Classic mother behavior. That's kind of true. For the record, I didn't intend the flirty harassment part. I'm not doing that today. Is flirting being edgy? The one in Kumu server? Yeah, you posted both, or you posted 2 of them in Kumu server. The one you posted, I guess they're probably in the same day for you, maybe. I'll just play the most recent one, I think. For the record, this is music Mar has made himself. He does. That's like his, it's like kind of his end goal. So that was Mars music. It's very good. So you're saying I found my music person for the game? You gotta get in line, Sive. There's like 5 of us waiting for Mar, or well, I mean, to be fair, we'd have to make a game first for Mar to do that, but he's on the hook for many of us. Kind of. I mean, I act like he's got no free will in it, but also he has no free will in it, so. All 3 fish coming out? No. I saw him first. Didi, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think if anybody has first dibs at Mar, it would be me. So, get a grip, woman. This is definitely something you'd type. In many ways, she did type it. Like literally, she typed it. It's fine, I'll just finish my game first. Again, Didi, anytime you want to do that weekend of us, like, making games, you let me know. I'll simply be sure to commission you to make some plushies for the characters in my games, so I can advertise with merch. Mar and Spirit have been common thirsting each other since I've seen them. Define comment thirsting. Is that a cow Madge? Reindeer Madge? What is that? It's always a mixed bag when I ask you guys to listen to my music, because obviously I like to share it, but I just feel like it's either out of place or too needy. Mar, do not feel that way. As somebody that's been known to feel that way, obviously not about your music, that's not what I'm saying, about sharing any of my own stuff, just don't be that way. We all need a little encouragement every now and again. And I think the people are genuinely excited and interested to see what you've been working on. Oops, that's a fish. So I think that you should show the people, because everybody thinks that you're very talented. Oops. And is very interested to hear what you make. And also, we all want to be able to be like, yeah, I heard that first when you make it big. So don't ever feel like you can't show us things because you're being too needy. We are all here and would love to support you. So don't worry about any of that. You don't get it, Will? I was Spirit's original blood feud? That's actually kind of true. Why does this not fit here? Is this fish? Oh, this fish is not pushed up enough. Mar, STFU, and keep being great. You needed to read that. As a guy that largely is shy about music, it's refreshing to see you continually post your music. Wow, thanks. I don't know which part he's wow thanksing, but I'm glad that he's doing it. I felt like I was rather rather, maybe not motivational there, but something. There was something there. It was kind of nice. Being said, for some reason my head is starting to hurt. All of it? Oh yeah. Let's at least finish this water section. I just assume that this is all the pieces that I need. I've just been struggling with a lot of self-doubt recently. I've sort of kept it all to myself, so it's just refreshing, I suppose, to be told to shut the fuck up because it's not an actual problem. Yes. I think you should listen to Will in this aspect. It's not always like, as somebody that also has like a lot of self-doubt about like basically anything that they do. Wait, when the hell was I supposed to put a flower over here? I don't know. A long ass time ago, apparently. Well, oh no, I've got a flower in here. Let me just use this one. Yeah, as someone with a lot of generalized self-doubt, you have a real talent to share. And I think people actively get excited when they hear it. Well, hold on a minute. Don't do this to me. No. My gray stone thing is in the wrong spot. Okay, I was about to like lose my mind. Yeah, people genuinely care about what you've got going on. And you've got just like a lot of raw talent. And I think people that tend to, I don't know, and this is obviously, I'm not like a mental health professional, but it feels like it's a very common trend with people that are particularly good at certain things that they kind of downplay it or don't share it with people or have a lot of self-doubt and stuff like that. I think that it just, I don't know. I mean, it is a problem because you've manifested it unto yourself, but you're also doing fine otherwise. Keep doing well and being great, but also I hope you get the help you need. Also having those kinds of issues is unheard of. You don't need to shoulder that shit alone, especially considering that kind of thing eats creative types' lives. Not unheard of. Yeah, I was figuring that's what you were going for, Will, but I was like, let me just read the rest of this and see what the hell he's talking about first. Maybe he's absolutely lost it. But no, he had not lost it. Son of a... You need you to go up a little bit. You piece. Okay, there we go. Imagine typing essays and you can't fucking read. It's tough out here, man. I got your meaning. I think it was a nice meaning. A nice message. Sometimes it's just what people need to hear. Me, when I'm being eaten alive by self-doubt. God, I wish I was self-doubt. That's crazy. I'm sorry. I'm sexually harassing my chatters again. Um, I haven't really been public with the reason why I've been absent for so long, but self-doubt is largely a large contributing factor to it, as well as just generalized self-loathing. You know, Mar, I actually, again, you know how we always kind of joke that, oh yeah, you're just like a younger version of me. This is, it kind of feels like a continuation of that, where these are a lot of the same issues that I've faced over my tenure as a young adult. But know that, I mean, I'm in a much better place now. So just know that it does, as much as it feels like you're like, okay, well, this shit's not getting better. And I'm sure that this is not really going to convince you one way or another, but it does, in fact, get better. You just have to figure out your right way to get it better. Unfortunately, a lot of mental health is just kind of like trial and error, figuring out the right things that work for you and your brain and your specific needs. And unfortunately, a lot of that just comes with trying different things and seeing how they work or if they don't work. And as much as it sucks, once you find that thing that does work, it's genuinely life-changing. I don't know how to really say it any other way. It's kind of crazy how big of a difference it can make. When I got onto the right meds that I needed, my life turned around what felt like almost instantly. So do not be concerned. You're still young yet, and sometimes it just takes time to figure this shit out. And I think you will figure it out one day. Mental health is just one hell of a bitch, and life is all about figuring out how to tame it. Yes, for sure. How big is bag 5? Okay, I think I'm probably gonna do one more bag. I'll do bag 5 and then I might call it. It's because I'm starting to not feel as good anymore. Which kind of sucks, but this has been really fun, so. And I feel like I've had a decent vibe, or I got like kind of a cozy vibe that I wanted for most of it, so that part felt nice at least. Let's see. It's with great pleasure that I inform everyone that we are on step 69. Please laugh at the funny sex number. But you guys will have to let me know if you enjoyed this kind of content or not, because I think it's kind of fun to make. Which is weird because it doesn't really feel like I'm making a whole lot of content. It's kind of just I don't know. I'm just like talking, really, right? It doesn't feel like I'm doing anything. But if some people can get something out of it that makes them feel a bit better about their day, then I think that counts as a win for me. And there's something about just being like, it takes a lot of energy to be exciting and funny and entertaining and stuff like that. And I just don't know if I always have it in me, you know? Maybe that's just like not the kind of content that is for me to make. And that's fine, but I guess I gotta kind of figure that out. But sometimes I do like having those other moments of like like crazy stuff happening. For example, like a lot of the, and this is gonna sound crazy, but a lot of the friendship and building that Dee Dee and I have had comes from that the BDSM test that I did. Well, maybe not a lot of it comes from that, but and like saying that I'd like to drink her piss and stuff like that. This is apparently a good song to be on for this because it sounds sus as fuck, but it just stuff like that is very amusing. And would I have ever really met Dee Dee if I hadn't had that clip in Dark Souls where I like just ate shit in one of those times, like running from the Silver Knights in Anor Londo? I don't know. It's interesting to consider, but it's I don't know if this would always be my content, but it is fun. As much as it's just like me sitting here not really doing anything. You know. Also, it seems like it's a lot of me ignoring my chat, which I should read. Can't promise that I'll return. Wait, did I miss something before that? I don't think so. I can't promise I'll return soon because things are still difficult in my mind, but one day I'll come back in full force. Hell yeah, Mar. Just want you guys to know that you've helped me through the hardest parts of my life so far, and I'm eternally grateful. Mar. I don't know if I can properly verbalize how much that means to me. There's just something about I've always enjoyed like helping people, which is both I mean, like, it's obviously it's a good thing, but sometimes it can backfire in that I'm like, oh yeah, this is how I measure my self-worth, is in how much help I can give other people. But it does make me very happy to hear that. That's it's incredibly kind of you. I don't know, I genuinely don't know what to say about it. It's very nice, thank you. I think a few adjustments to my life would work significantly better than brain drugs. Something about wanting to change for the better is largely the placebo I need most days. I'm also probably my best self at the moment. This could all change in a few hours. Yeah, it's that's what's really tough about it. It's all changing, and I mean, likely the main reason that a lot of us need these brain drugs in the first place is because society fucking kills us. So that in a better world, we wouldn't be here at all. Sorry, not like in like a death way. Oh fuck, do I have this in the wrong spot? No, it's just that this is supposed to be leaning over it a bit. Where's the thing? In my opinion, the people aren't here for the content, they're here for you. You're the glue that sticks us all together, and you'll continue to be, even if this whole streaming thing, streaming thing doesn't pan out, or does pan out. Maybe long messages are annoying to read, so I'm done now. We'll see. Sorry, that sounded like a threat. We'll see. We'll see if you're done yet. But I would highly doubt that the streaming thing will ever really work out for me. I just don't think I have quite the streaming persona that other people have. For example, look at people like Nero and Creed and Kumu. I think they all have a much better shot at things like this working out for them. And this isn't like me being self-deprecating. I think it's just that their personalities work better with streaming. More so than mine does anyways. But maybe one day things will change. Who knows? Mara, I'm gonna be real for a moment. In hopes of passing along positive vibes, I genuinely feel the lack of will, lol, to carry out a cheap final solution to life's trivial shit. When I see people that need a hug or an ear, I try to provide it. Keep showing up and I'll keep doing this. Thanks for showing up is what I'm saying. That's a good point. Never be afraid to talk to people, you silly goose. Even if it's silently, show up. Spirit glue is a missed marketing idea. Get on it. Weird statement. Not like a death way instantly into "aw fuck" got me giggling. Spirit glue. It works when you work. Oh no. I believe spirit glue is another way of saying ghost jizz. I'm gonna pretend I didn't read that. I mean, I was thinking it, but I'm still going to pretend I did not read it. Okay, so I need this across here, right? Yeah. There we go. I'm so bad. You're so something. Back is one way to describe it. Backstreet's back. Okay, well, I tried to do a high part and my throat gave out on me. So that's unfortunate. Where the fuck do these pieces go? I gotta do like a little circle thing over here. Oh, this is like the sections where, because this is a modular build. So there's like things that you'll be able to put into these slots that you can change out and move around. There's another one over here. And I think that's a very cool idea. Even if the whole build is like slightly less movable, I guess. Nah, it's an amorphous coke. It's amorphous coke, not quite snortable, but still effective if you breathe. Breathe it in. Oh, that was a fucking stupid idea. Sorry, I'm sorry. I was trying to imitate Caustic from Apex Legends, and I paid the price for doing so. It was not particularly pleasant. It's a not great move on my part, I think, overall. I hope I didn't accidentally miss this piece somewhere. I think it's fine. Yeah, I think this is just an extra. Being a musician, I'm supposed to know what modular means anyways. He's choking on that spirit glue. I hope I'm not choking on spirit glue. There's some people I would like to choke on some spirit glue, but not me. Modular meaning like we're gonna build pieces that can go into these, but I could take this one out of here and move it to like this one or something like that. Just so like it's changeable, I guess is the main thing. Oh, are you bag 6 or 9? You're bag 6. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna call it there for the Lego stuff today. Spirit since when are you a Lego streamer? That stuff is liquid gold or solid gold. It's expensive. It is really expensive. Oddly enough, Project Darklight. Welcome, by the way. Before I was unemployed and started streaming, I had like quite a good job, and I lived with my parents, so I was able to save a lot of money. So I was able to buy quite a few, well, maybe not quite a few, but some quite big Lego sets, because I really like Lego, and I would like to one day be able to like display these. I've got some of them that are displayed currently, and it's they look quite nice, but I don't have the like shelf or anything to really put them on at the moment. I wanted to get like a custom made display case for it, but obviously since I don't have a job anymore, it's a little tough to do that. Do elaborate on who I want to choke on the spirit glue. I am not going to do that. For maybe obvious reasons. Okay, guys. I'm gonna go for today. I think probably tomorrow I'll be back and maybe do more of this. I'm not sure. Would you guys like to rather go to see Kumu playing Spelunky 2 or Creed playing Clair Obscure Expedition 33? It's been fun. Yeah, it's been good to have you here, Mar. I'm glad that you are able to come back sometimes. Literally first answer gets it. Literally anybody just say either Kumu or Creed. Anything. Kumu said she'll switch games after this run. What is she playing, or what's she going to play, Didi? Do you know? Going to go and rewatch my music being played about 8 times until it stops sounding good, and then feel the urge to make something better again. You know what? Good on you, Mar. I don't know about listening to it 8 times until it stops sounding good, but the rest of it sounds good. No one says anything. We legally can't end the stream. That's where you're wrong, buddy. I think we're gonna go to Kumu because my colors look a little bit weird on this, don't they? Feels like these greens should be more green. Maybe it's just the lighting. I don't know. I'm gonna go to Kumu if she's gonna do something more relaxing. Yeah. I will be back probably or hopefully tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then. Bye bye, everyone.